Hi everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire crafter. How are you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to our Tracy Evans weekend. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Obviously I don't know what you've seen yet because we're not out yet, and it is still, I just filmed one, it is still the 13th of August. And it's still as warm. So by now you will have seen inspiration from Nicola. In our group, and also she will have put it in Tracy's group as well. Our group is Heidi-The Crafter. Tracy's group, I meant to look before I come on. I mean, if you put Tracy Evans in, it will come up. I've got my other phone here, so let me just pull Tracy's up. And while I'm looking for that, my inspiration today was out of Tracy's group actually. Let's have a look. It is Tracy Evans Boutique Designs, Create, Share and Inspire. Put Tracy Evans' name in and you'll find it. Anyway, my inspiration came from Patricia Udall. I'm really sorry if I haven't said it right, but I really appreciate that you put your things in Tracy's group. I mean, Patricia's on Tracy's design team, and she did a card, and just like that, as soon as I saw it, I thought, wow. And do you know what it was that got me? She used the Lisa Orton inks, and I just thought, I've never, ever used them on a gel press. But to be fair, I don't often get them out, so that's very naughty anyway. So, I mean, Patricia's card's totally different from what I'm doing now, but it was seeing the inks on the gel press, and I thought I'm having a go at that. So I did, and this is what we're going to make now. So I've cut them with my Gina K Master Layouts 8. So I've cut two bases, two panels. Now this is Pink Frog Super Smooth 300 GSM. I said it on one of my other videos, which you should have seen by now. Tracy sells the card as well. So rather than going to two companies and paying two postage, if you like, and if you are going to Tracy's buying, pick it up at the same time. It's a bargain because you're saving yourself postage, and we all know what postage is like. I mean, unless there's offers on a Pink Frog, but you might as well just pick, it is the same card. It's from Pink Frog. So, two birds, one stone, as the saying goes. So, let's play with it. So, Tracy sells the gel press. I've had mine a long time and don't often use this size anyway. But Tracy sells this size. It's a different brand, I think, though. And it is 3x5. Yeah, 3x5 inches. And it works perfect with this card. This is going to go on a 7x5 base. So it actually works perfect on here. So I'm just going to do it. And also, I don't know what colours Patricia used yet. I am going to message Patricia after this. I don't know what she used, and I don't have a load. I've got 6, 12, 18 maybe. I don't even know how many there is, I'm not going to lie. So what I did do is I've done one with this, just a panel, and then I did one with that, with a little bit of that on it. So I'm going to do both panels, but only one's going to be made into a card. The other one, you can see here, I cut it down. Look at I cut it down into a 3-incher, and I used, what do you call it, press? I didn't even know I had this. Well, I must have known I had it because texture paste opaque matte. Now I don't know if Tracy sells that one, but she's definitely got this one, and I ended up using this one on the other panel, and this is my favourite anyway, so we're going to use it again today. But this will be going into my 3-incher book. So I'll show you how I just cut that down in a minute. So let's play with this. Now, all I did, yeah, do you know what? I can't even remember if I sprayed water on it, and I only did it yesterday. I'm just looking, I did do a bit with a brayer, but I think I ended up not going that route. Let's play with the blue pad. Yeah, right. So when I did this one, I obviously just put it on. Now, I presume these are always going to give you a two-tone, but I don't know if it actually did until I did something else, which I will show you. So I'm just going to give it a light spray. And I'm going to tip it over. And hopefully get in the middle, because our panel is already cut down. Hey, do you know what? This isn't even the same colour as what I did. So I have no idea what colour I used, although I do need that other colour because I've already cut the panels for it. So let me just see what I've put away. So I've got them all here at the side of me anyway. I'm wondering if it could have been that one that I used. I'll have a look in a minute. It could possibly have been that one, couldn't it? Yes, I think it's that. So I'll have to use it because I've already cut the mat and lace and I don't want you to be hanging about. It's too warm to be hanging about, isn't it? I mean, it's probably nice and cool you watching it right now. So I'm just lifting because I have put quite a bit of water on. I'm just letting it soak in a minute. Now that's a trick I learned from Tracy, because normally I'd just pull it up and end up with a big puddle in the middle. I don't think I've got this straight anyway. It's a bit lopsided, isn't it? Get a kitchen towel. Now I'm just going to put that one to the side. So it's definitely not the colour I was after, but you can sort of see it. But I'm going to show you what I did learn. I might as well do it on this one. The way I clean my press is I put a piece of scrap paper on top. I've always done it this way. I've never had an issue. I don't know how other people do it, but that's how I clean mine. I don't put anything on it. I just clean it like that and I put it away. So that's mine done. But what I did learn, see if it'll show you straight away. Just clean my dirty brush. I'll put some clean water down here. Yeah, so what I did learn is if you do some splatter on this. Oh, it's still dirty as my brush. Wow. So obviously I'll use this panel on something else, but watch it not work on this colour now. It was only because of what I was doing yesterday that I'd actually noticed it. Once I'd splattered, oh I can. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but once I've splattered, not where the wet is, you can see the two-tone and the shimmer in the ink. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to see what you're seeing, but anyway, that's one colour. Let's do the right colour now. Don't matter. Good job, I had two panels cutting it. So, by adding this one to it yesterday, it gave that purple. And I'm not going to put it on because that's the purple and teal that I keep going to, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why. So I'm actually going to leave the purple out and just go with the teal, which is what I've done anyway on my actual card. Yeah, this is it. Might be a bit too much ink. Shall I or shan't I? I'm going to wish I hadn't done that. I know I am. Yeah, I've got a feeling I just lifted all that off. I have now. Try again. I don't even know if this were it, you know, but we're going for it now. Too late now. Let's do it. Bit of water. That's probably way too much. I've just splashed that with ink. Good start, Heidi. Right, see if I can get it central. This is the colour. This is the one. Right, I'm just going to let it sit a minute. That's very dark there. Isn't that just amazing? Yeah, no, once upon a time, I would have just lifted that straight off, dabbed it up, and you lose so much of it. Whereas with this, now leaving it, like I say, is a trick from Tracy, it leaves you those patterns. I can see the two-tone of the colours there. Where I put it on really thick, I can actually see it there. Right, come on. I don't have the patience to... I'm going to move a bit of that down. I want it to come to the bottom. There she goes. I'll let that sit a minute. While that's sitting, if you're following this weekend, you'll know that we're using stamps 1 to 10 because, like I said, all Tracy stamps work together. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but not everybody watches every video because not everybody likes every technique and things that have been done. So, with Tracy's stamps, they all follow on, they all link together. Unlike some companies which will bring out a release and say once it's gone, it's gone. And it is wrong because it's like forcing you to buy stuff. Well, in my opinion, it's like forcing you to buy stuff because they're telling you once it's gone, it's gone. And it's not nice, it's wrong, I think. Anyway. So yeah, we're using stamps 1 to 10 because we've got them, and those that haven't got them and haven't seen them in use, you get to see them, which I thought it was a great idea. It's Tracy's idea, and me and Nicola jumped at the chance to do it, to do the full weekend of 1 to 10. Yeah, I was very happy, very happy. I was very giddy, should I say. There you go. How stunning is that? It's just so beautiful. Like I say, it came from Patricia doing. It was a different colour, and I really want to know what colour she used, so I must find out. Right, I'm going to give it a quick blast, just to go over. Now, it's going to come to a point where it is going to wick out, and I want it to wick out. I don't want it to be, you know, the set shape. But we're going to put some crackle paste on first. We're going to set it aside and do the next stage, and then we can come back to it. So the crackle paste, I'm using my favourite stencil. We all know I love a stencil. Stencils and sentiments. Always, always. So we're using ST3, which is grunge. For me, I just prefer it a certain way, so I look for the 28 in the corner. And there I put it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some paste on here, and I'm just going to go diagonal, just down to this bottom corner. I always use my, I thought it's Art by Marlene. I was going to say Gina Wakeler, but it's Art by Marlene. I prefer to use it. I don't like the spatulas. That's my choice. Where's the paste? I've just shown it you. Oh, bother. There it is. Look straight in front of me and I can't see it. So we're using the texture paste. Like I said, Tracy's stocks this. So I'm trying to use everything that Tracy stocks. So if you are interested in any of it, you can just get it all in, you know, one stop. I'm guessing half of you or most of you have already got the stuff anyway, so job done straight away, isn't it? Right, so I'm just putting it on. It doesn't have to be spot on. We're not after anything perfect. So I'm just getting a bit of paste. I love this stuff. It makes me want to put it in my mouth. And don't ask me why, because I never have. But when I look at it, I think, yummy. Now this might colour. I've just done another video, haven't I? And it had a bit of green in it. But we're going to colour the paste anyway, which is something else I don't normally do. But I came across something else when I was tidying my room, and I thought, I've got that. I never use it. Well, I've never used them, should I say. And I thought, right, now's my time. So I will show you that once this is dry. And we're going to do the next stage. And if this isn't crackled by then, we're going to help it along, because it takes 2 seconds with heat. You know, added heat. But it dries quick anyway. And I think that should just be enough for what we want. That's just perfect. That's okay coming off there because it's off there. It's not how we wanted it. It's how we did want it, because my original's the same as well. So I'm going to put that lid on. And I'm straight away going to wipe this. It comes off straight away. This is what I think I like about it most. It just comes off and it's done. Whereas when I use my spatulas, I always struggle to get it off. So that's done, that's clean, ready for next time. This, I'm just going to give it a quick do-over, like that. And then I'm going to show you what I do when I can't get to water. I meant to bin water up with me, to be fair. I'm going to order another one of these stencils, because I'm going to keep this one just for paste. And then I can have the other one just for inks. So, yes, that's clean. But just to make sure if it has got anything on it, I'm just taking a baby wipe, a wet one. And I'm going to put one on the other side. And I'm going to put it behind me, ready to go downstairs. And that way, if it stays damp, if it does have any paste on it, it will stay damp. So whatever you use to put on it, just make sure this is damp. And it will keep anything that's on it damp. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. So I have no worries about how that's going to come clean now. That'll come straight clean. It'll even take the ink off. Right, the next stage. It is a quick card actually. If I wasn't talking to you, having a natter, I'd be a lot further on, but I like my natters, I does. So that's where we've got to. That's going to crackle lovely. And while that's crackling, we're going to use TE8, and we're going to stamp this one, and we're going to stamp this one, and we are going to use that, and we are going to use this. Using a lot of it. What time are we on? 18 minutes. Because I've already got them stamped. Shall I just cut them out? All I've stamped them with is... I did them yesterday because I didn't know how many I were going to need. I've just... well, that's alright because I can't find the ink pad anyway. It's here. I've just stamped them with my Nocturne. That's it, they're done. I did, like I say, I did them yesterday. And we're leaving them that colour. So I'll just cut these straight out. I wasn't sure how many I was going to put on the project in the end. So that's why I stamped 2 of each. Again, it's stamped onto Pink Frog 300 GSM. So we're using the same card all the way through, including the base, so that when it's on its base, all the white from this to the card panel to the base all follows through. It really gets to me if I'm making a card with white space on it and it doesn't match my base, or it really... I am now actually convinced that I have some kind of OCD. And I don't mean that in a jokey way. I wouldn't take that away from anybody that really does have OCD. I just didn't realise how fussy I were about certain things. It's like what I'm like with the embossing powder. I absolutely can't stand it near me. I mean, I use it and I do it and everything, but I can't stand it touching me. That's why when I've powdered, I throw the piece of paper away that I've done it on. I should actually do what, I think it was Simon earlier I first saw do it. Put the powder into a tub and do it that way, and then none of it is going onto my desk or anything. And I'm purposely leaving a white outline, like you would do if you did cut it out with a die. I just think on this card it needed it. 9 times out of 10 when I cut Tracy's stuff out, I normally cut them right up to line. But then I also have to go around and get rid of that white line if I've cut up to the black, because I don't like seeing that white line then. It's funny, isn't it? Because right now I want to see it. And then 9 times out of 10, I don't. I really don't mind fussy cutting. I don't mind it at all. Andy's downstairs cooking tea. We're having a turkey roast, turkey steaks. And like I say, it's absolutely melting. I know date now should be 30th or 31st. So think back to the 13th when it was absolutely melting. So he stood in the kitchen making a roast dinner. And I'm up here crafting, but I've got the fan on me. So I'm all right. That's one of those, I'm all right, Jack. So the little one, I mean, I stamped it and I wasn't even going to use it, but I didn't know that I wasn't. But I will show you why I used it. You'll understand when you see it. And I'm so glad I did now. I don't fussy cut like everybody else. Everybody says you move the paper like that. I can't. I get all fingers and thumbs. And I do have the fattest thumbs in history. But I do suck my thumb. I am 57 years old and I've sucked my thumb since I was born. I can't go to sleep without sucking my thumb. How crazy is that? We've all got little traits, haven't we? We've all got little... It's nice to know, I think, sometimes. I used to watch somebody called Kelly Turner, I want to say she's called. I don't know, because like I say, I just don't have time. But she used to do, while she was doing her videos, she'd show you what she was doing. And then she'd say, right, story time. And she did tell you about what's going on in her life, or what's happened to her dog, or, you know, just like I do, but she called it that. And then she'd do a bit of crafting, and then she'd go, right, back to story time. And I loved it. I absolutely loved that. Because not only that, you feel like you got to know her as a person then as well, which is what we want in it. Right, we've done that. We want this out. So where's my block? Where's my little block? It's here. So I'm going to heat this up because it hasn't cracked yet. I can see it starting, but I'm going to heat it up. I'm not going to go straight into its face. It's all cracked here already, but it's up here. So I'm just going to heat it up a bit. Right, look how quick it's cracking now. Gosh, I love this stuff. Honestly, if you say you don't like paste, if you're going to try any, try this. It's fascinating. And it gives such a good look to your cards. So different. I mean, this what I'm doing now is perfect to put in a, if you did it in a journal. I should have done it in my journal, shouldn't I? Because I've already done it in a card. Yeah, I should have done that. Oh well, never mind. There's always another time, isn't there? Right, I'm just gonna, that's one. I'll put this on a stamp, on a platform. Now, I wasn't going to stamp in black, but I'm glad I did. And all we're going to do is we're going to put it in this bottom corner. So some of it's going to go onto the cracked paste. Not a problem. Not a problem. It's allowed and it works. I must admit, when I'd stamped this yesterday, it was the first time I'd stamped it. I'd stamped the other one before, but I've never actually put it into a video. But I hadn't stamped this. Or it looked like I had stamped it anyway, and I don't recall stamping it. So I'm going to, I want the writing and the writing there to try and fit on that corner. So some, like I said, some of this is going to go up into here. So it's the writing I'm bothered about. And I think there's pretty good. So I'm just going to hold it a second. Now, if you can see, we've got the little flower here and then the little flower here. So this one's black and white, and we're going to keep them black and white. But this one got stamped onto the blue, teal. So that's why I ended up using this. So the flowers are all black and white. So it worked great. This one will stay in the middle, but you won't see it as much. Ideally, you could have stamped that before you did your crackle paste. It didn't really matter which way around I did it. Because it was a second thought anyway, I knew I was already doing that. That should be okay. That's perfect. So there, yeah, it covered that one up, didn't it? So it worked amazing. Oh, we're nearly done now. Take that off. Right, the next stage is, now then, this is what I was showing you. I've got these, I've got all the tins, and I forgot all about them, and I've never used them. And Tracy's going to stock them. I've spoken to Tracy about them, because I did it, and then I said, do you stock these? And she said, you can do. So I'm going to do some more videos on these. So if you do end up getting something like this from Tracy, I'm going to do some more videos using them, so there'll be plenty to do. But they're brilliant. I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to show you two ways that I used it yesterday. So I used Chip Sapphire. They are all the colours of the oxides. And I used... So I'll tell you now then. This one, Chip Sapphire, is in set 4. Set 6. I think, is there only 6 sets? How many is in a set? 2, 4, 6, 12 in a set. There's 74 colours, isn't there, I think, in the oxides. So, Stormy Sky I used. And what I did with the Stormy Sky, I rubbed it over the crackle. So when you activate this, when you wet it, it's going to go into those cracks and it's going to stay there and change the colour of your crackle. But once, the reason I'm showing you both is because when I did it yesterday, after I'd done this colour, I decided I wanted it a bit darker. So I then put it on a different way, but used a different colour. So that's why I'm showing you both. I could have left one of them out this time, but... So that's all I've done. They've got a fair weight to them, you know. They're lovely. And this is where it all came out as well. Get me some kitchen towel. You know, this is where your panel will start wicking, and that's what we want. I don't like the neatness of that for me, so I 100% want the wicking to come in. So you better do now. Move them out of the way. So all I'm going to do is wet where we've put the crane. There's your wicking, look. So oops, sorry. I am going to stop it from coming off the edge because that's not what I wanted. I just want it to wick out that little bit. Just to break up that defined line. Hey, that were a big word for me. And you'd be proud. There. So I'm absolutely fine with that. And that's when I realised that I wanted it a bit darker. So I got the chip sapphire. I got, hang on, a paintbrush. I wet my paintbrush. I should have put the water outside me, shouldn't I? That were rude. Oops. Oh gosh, that's purple. That's me not cleaning my brushes from yesterday. Oh, that's a bit naughty, isn't it? Wow. That will be okay now. So what I did, wet paintbrush, didn't have to be wringing wet, just wet paintbrush, and twist my crayon, my pencil. So now I've got the blue oxide on, and then I went into the crackle because that's the deeper colour that I was after to start with. And now it stands out so much more. Look at the difference that makes. Oh gosh, don't you just love it? The crate doing this, I mean, you can do this on other pencils that you've got as well. But I knew the colours I wanted and everything, so it just worked perfect for me. And like I say, I'm going to do some more work with these. I've got them, I'm going to use them. I'm just going to dab up a bit of that because that's proper swimming in that corner. So yeah, I've got them, I'm going to use them. I've sold a lot of stuff that I'm not using anymore, but I hadn't even used these. And yeah, I could have got good money back for them, but I didn't want to. I wanted to have a go because I love distress stuff anyway. So look at that. You need to stop, Heidi. My head never knows when to stop. If you follow me already, you'll know that. Now, do I spray it or do I leave it? One spray. Couple of sprays. Right, and I'm going to call that a day. Now, I did watch something and it said, don't leave your pencil wet. Now, I don't know how true this is. But it said, just wipe it off. There you go, it's dry. It's not dry, but it's off. So they can be put away dryish. You know what I mean. Right, I'm just going to heat that up. Oh, I just love it. How different does that look? So we've used quite a bit on this, to be fair. You'd use your gel press. Use your oxide inks if you haven't got the Lisa Orton. Use paint. Tracy sells the Dina Wakefield paints that are amazing. I should do a video on them as well. Yeah, use paint to get your base, because you can still use your paste over the top and you can still put your colour over it that way. Look at that, I think that's stunning. So I'm going to put a bit of white splatter on. Now then, where's me? This is the one that I had water. You know, I bought another one, didn't I? And because I'd put water in this, because it were almost empty, and I'm still using this. I still haven't used that. I bet that's, well, it's way over a month ago that I did that. So I'm just going to put it in my splatter box because I am one to get it all over the place. And I'm not going to water it down, I don't think. So I'm just using a splatter brush. And I want it everywhere. So on the whites as well. I'd like it a bit bigger drops than that. You see it all fly back up when you've splattered. No wonder my desk gets covered in it. Yes. That's what I want. That'll do. A bit over the sides of the white. Come up, there you go. Right. Yeah, never throw it away. I just added a bit of water at the bottom and I'm still using it a few months down the line. See, I'm in love with that before we do out with it. Right, I'm going to heat them up. Normally I prefer to let them dry, but we're nearly done, so I'll take Rosie's hair out of it. Ooh, come back. Can you see the two-tone in the inks? I can see it now. I see purple here. Now, I'm going to put this on the base now before we do the next bit, because then I don't have to squash the flowers out. Oh, I hope you love that as much as I do. Just on its own, I think it's stunning. And the bit that I've shown you, this, all I'm going to do with it, because I wanted to do the splatter and everything, but I forgot while I was doing this. You'll see it finish, and it's everything that I've done on here, but I'm just going to do it in a smaller version here. So you will see it done. But I would never have thought to put dark blue with teal. I don't know why, I just love it. It works fantastic. So we're going to put that straight onto the panel. I'm using a piece of teal stock, which is actually Gina K stock, and I'm just going to use my gun rather than ink. I knew it. Gosh, I'm going through some of these this week. Only got 2 left. I just use it for convenience. It speeds things up, doesn't it? Especially when you've been watching me for 38 minutes already. And yesterday's video was over an hour, but it was worth it, wasn't it? Come on, you've got to admit it. So on its matte layer, these help me massively because I'm rubbish at doing matte layers. I'm even rubbish when it's right. Right, so I've got a card base, which is Pink Frog, cut down to a 7x5. I've muckied it already. I'm going to put it on, and then we'll do the finishing touches on the card. And then on the way downstairs, while he's still cooking, I'm going to go jump in the shower. Right, we've got that where we want it with everything. So, I want to put some words on. I want to put the flowers on. So, first of all, I want to put Malva on. 2 minutes. Oh, I can't have my shower on way down, he's calling me. So that flower's going to go there. That flower's going to go there. So my Malva, whichever way it goes, I am going to ink in black. I've put it there so that I can know where to put my words. So I'm actually going to put it, so I've had a bit of paste come out there, so I've got it up now. That one's going to go there. And I'm going to turn it round. And I'm going to put it there, because the paste has come out further up at the top as well. So I'm happy with that there. Now, using a bit of pink frog paper again, I'm going to use the words calm, peace and breathe. Calm, peace and breathe. Well, I'll stamp them and then I can go from there, can't I? Come on, I need a little piece. I've got a strip here. So, just put that there a second. Piece. So this is TE6 that we're using for words. Calm. Yeah, that's okay. I think I pressed it a bit hard then. And breathe. Perfect. That's my cheater way of cleaning. Sorry, you just called me for my dinner. I'm in a rush. Oh, why has he made a Sunday dinner? Why can't we be having a salad? So before we cut them out, I'm going to put some padding on the back of here, and I'm going to use pink frog. So I'm just going to cut down. I'm sure Tracy sells these, but if I've just seen rightly, they're out of stock. But by the time this comes out, they might be in stock again. I love these. Although it's that warm up here, I don't know if I've been having a bit of trouble with getting the peeling off, but only because it's warm, I think. Because I never normally have any trouble at all. And I use them a lot. Well, to be fair, I don't do as much padding out now as I used to do. Purely because of the postage cost. See? That's what I mean. Do all your shopping in one shop if you can. Do it. Right. In my practice, I've put loads more padding on than this, but it's okay. So all I'm going to do with this is, now on the one that I've done originally, I've put it up here and I felt it too high up, so I'm actually going to bring it in so it's on the inside of the card. So I'm going to put it there. And the little one, these pieces are going to be too big for that, aren't they? I'll put one there. Oh, for a good pokey tool, and I'll just put one there. It'd be enough for now. And I'm literally going to put it where that one can't, where you know where you can't see it now. So it just brings that one and that one back into it. So that's why I did that. There is method in my madness. Now your last bit, I'm going to take my 01 micron. You saw me use this in the other video. And I'm literally going to, I want it a bit closer this time. And I'm going to do it again and give it that, well, I call it a scruffy look, but I like the scruffy look. Same here. Oh, that were a bit close. So that one will go there. That's the one. Perfect. That's all I wanted to do. Now I'm going to take my scissors and cut close to it. And by doing it this way, you don't have to worry about if it's straight, if you're cockeyed, or anything. It's just simple. Now, I might even decide I don't want all these in yet, because I have cut them a bit bigger than I thought I was going to do. But does it matter? I can even just put one in it. But then I'll keep the others, because I'm enjoying doing my sentiments this way. Never thought I'd be happy doing a sentiment like this, you know. Again, I like things to be straight and neat and tidy, but it's not what I've been doing. So, there's a lot of blank space there. And yes, I want to see that, but I also thought, calm, breathe in the middle, because it's a bigger piece, and peace. Ah, I'm sold. So I'm going to stick them down. I've got some sticky pads, which are my thin ones. These are waffle flour. I even save little bits like that because they come in handy. And you can colour these flowers in, but I thought it just looks beautiful as it is. I don't think it needed it. When you get a good flower stamp and you can leave it black and white, I think it just adds another way to use them. Some, I don't think, I've got some where they need to be coloured in, and they're absolutely stunning when they're coloured in. But then, you, like I say, you can have these and they just don't have to be coloured in, which is always a bonus when you don't have the time, or when you want to do something different. Look, one of them bits will fit on the end of there now. Told you, thrown out away me. True Yorkshire lass, through and through. I should start using tweezers. I could have put another one of them flowers there actually. That would have been nice as well. Because there's one there that's got lost in the chaos of texture paste. And I've put the small one up there because there's a small space. And there you go. That's your card done. And I'm so happy with it. It's turned out way better than what I thought it would. I'll show you the one I did. Just get rid of this. So that's the one we've just done now. This is the one I did. Like I say, it's higher up. I made my own mat and layer there. That's not got the stitching on it, because I didn't know what I was actually doing. But yeah, I really liked it. Look at that. Don't you just love it? Oh, it stands out even more on this one. So that's what the crayons have done with the crackle paste. I think it's stunning, even if I do say so myself. Right guys, I've got to run, my tea's waiting, and I'll catch you on the next one. Enjoy your Tracy weekend. Don't forget about all the giveaways. Yeah, just have fun. Have a play and have a look. I'll catch you soon guys. Love ya. Bye.